All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most important and maybe a little scary moments in learning any new language, that very first conversation. In this explainer, we're going to break down step by step exactly how you introduce yourself in Mandarin Chinese.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the absolute essential, how to say hello. Then, I'm going to let you in on a little secret rule about tones that will instantly make you sound more natural. After that, we'll figure out how Chinese names are put together, learn 2 different ways to introduce yourself, and then, you guessed it, it's going to be your turn to talk. Ready to do this?
Every conversation has to start somewhere, right? Every big journey begins with a single step. And for us, that step is the most basic greeting there is.
So let's get right to it. How do you say hello in Mandarin Chinese? I bet you've heard this one before, maybe 1,000 times, but let's really dig into it and make sure we get it right.
And there it is, ni hao. Now, what's super cool about this is what it literally means. Ni is you, and hao is good. So every time you say hello, you're actually saying, you good? Which is a really nice way to greet somebody, don't you think? But there's a little trick to saying it correctly.
And that leads us perfectly into this little secret rule that a lot of beginners totally miss. It's all about the tones. And getting this one thing down is the key to sounding less like you're reading from a book and more like you actually speak the language. Okay, listen really carefully one more time. Ni hao. Now, when you say them by themselves, both ni and hao have this low, dipping sound. It's called the third tone. But when you put them together, poof, something happens to that first word. Did you hear that little shift?
Here's the magic behind the curtain. It's a rule with a kind of fancy name, the third tone sandhi. But all it really means is that when you have 2 of those third tones back to back, the first one just flips and becomes a rising second tone. So ni hao actually sounds like ni hao. It's a tiny change that makes a huge difference in how smooth you sound.
Okay, so we've got hello down. Awesome. What's next? Usually it's names, right? But before you can say your own name, you gotta understand how Chinese names are built, because it's probably the opposite of what you're used to.
And here is the big difference. The order is completely flipped from the typical Western format. In Chinese, the family name, the last name, always comes first. Then comes the given name or first name. Think of it as family first. Let's use a couple of people you definitely know to lock this in. Take Bruce Lee. His Chinese name is Li Shaolong. Li Shaolong. So his family name is Li. And Jackie Chan. His is Cheng Long. So his family name is Cheng. See? Last name, then first name. Simple as that. Okay, we've got hello, we've got the name structure. Now it's time to actually build the sentences. There are basically 2 main ways to introduce yourself, and you can think of them as 2 different tools for slightly different jobs. First, we need our core ingredients. We have wa, which is just I or me, and then our 2 super important verbs, xing, which means to be last named, and jiao, which is more like to be called. Now, pay close attention here because this is absolutely crucial. You use 我姓 only for your last name, just the family name. Think of it as my surname is. For everything else, your full name or even just your first name, you're going to use 我叫 or I'm called. Nailing this difference will make you sound so much more polished. So going back to Bruce Lee, if he just wanted to introduce his family name, he would say 我姓李. 我姓李. Boom, simple and perfectly correct. And Jackie Chan, if he wanted to give his full name, he'd use that other verb and say 我叫成龙. 我叫成龙. Honestly, this is the one you'll probably use the most. Okay, ready for a little pro tip? There's one little gotcha with 我叫. If someone's first name is just a single character, you can't really use 我叫 with it by itself. It just sounds, well, kind of weird and incomplete. In that case, you have to use their full name, like in 我叫王丽. It's a subtle point, but it's one of those details that really shows you know your stuff. All right, enough of me just talking at you. We've gone through the theory, we've seen the examples, now it is your turn. The only way to really learn a language is to use it, so let's put all these pieces together. Let's start with a quick pop quiz. Remember, Jackie Chan's family name is Cheng. So which verb would he use to introduce only his last name? Take a second, think about it. Did you get it? He'd say 我姓陈. 我姓陈. If that's what you were thinking, you are absolutely right. You use 姓 because it's only the family name. Fantastic.
Okay, final challenge. Let's make this real. Imagine this. You're in China, and you're about to meet your new landlord. Her name is Wang Li. She sees you, she smiles, and she introduces herself first.
你好，我叫王丽. Now it's your turn. Look at the prompts on the screen. I want you to say hello, then state your last name using sync, and then your full name using jiao. Don't just think it, say it out loud. Right now, go for it.
Excellent job. Seriously. Let's do a lightning fast review of our key players today. Ni is you. Hao is good. Wo is I. Sing is for your last name. And jiao is to be called. That's it. Those 5 characters are your ticket to ride. And just like that, you've taken a massive step. You can greet someone and introduce yourself with confidence. You've officially started a conversation in Chinese. So the only real question left is, what are you going to ask them next?